I'm in Galatians chapter 2, and in Galatians chapter 2, there comes across two gospels, the gospel of the circumcision and the gospel of the uncircumcision. Did you know while in Romans it talks about Jesus was a minister of the circumcision, was past tense? Now, how can Jesus be a minister, past tense, be a minister of the circumcision, past tense, when he's a minister of the circumcision now in the spirit? While Jesus walked on the planet, and as long as he's going through the nation Israel, the circumcision in the flesh will be is going on. According to Genesis chapter 17, verse 13, circumcision in the flesh is supposed to be an everlasting covenant between the nation Israel and God. So while God's going through the nation Israel, to get to God, you'll have to become Israel, called a proselyte. But when Israel as a nation rejects Jesus as their Messiah, the only thing that carries over is a spiritual salvation and a spiritual gospel. But while these are still going on, while the kingdom gospel to Israel, the kingdom of heaven gospel to Israel, let's use the correct terminology. Matthew 10, 5 through 7 says they're the kingdom only to the nation Israel. Go not to the Gentiles or Samaritans with it, but it only goes to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And this is Jesus will sit on David's throne. And to access Jesus through the 12 gates in the millennial reign of Jesus Christ, you'll have to have a Jew help you go meet their Savior sitting on David's throne. That's the gospel of the kingdom of heaven. The gospel of the uncircumcision doesn't apply, following the circumcision in the flesh and the customs of Moses. And if you read Acts 21, verse 20 and verse 21, you see these. In verse 20, Acts 21:20, it says that every Jew that believed was saved by Jesus was zealous of the law. They were doing both these kingdoms. And drop down to verse 21. The Gentiles, Paul taught, the Jews among the Gentiles to forsake Moses. And don't circumcise your children and don't walk after the customs of Moses. So there's two things going on, just as there's two things going on in Galatians chapter 2. Peter was sent to the gospel of the circumcision, helping make Jews and Gentiles and their children Jews, and Paul's sent to the uncircumcision until Israel falls away. And now it's a time called, God's gone to the Gentiles to provoke Israel to jealousy until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And then God refocuses on Israel.